Madam Speaker, I very much appreciate having the opportunity this evening to speak about the metastasizing unemployment crisis that is facing this country. We've seen over the course of the summer new reports demonstrate a continuously worsening situation. Although I think it's important to say as well that this is the continuation of a three-year trend. It's not as if things were rosy and then all of a sudden unemployment got bad. This is the continuation of a running trend of worsening employment numbers. The unemployment rate overall is at 7.1%. Things are getting worse for people of all ages. I want to be clear that it's not only young people that are facing this challenge, but the challenge is particularly acute for young people. The employment rate for young people in Canada is now at a more than 25-year low. You have to go back actually to before the year 2000. I think that's 3 Liberal prime ministers ago to find a situation where the youth employment rate was lower than it is now outside of the acute phase of the COVID pandemic. So we're clearly in a situation where for young people, we're already at recession levels of employment. This is a concern for many reasons. It's a concern because of the pain that young people are experiencing. The combination of housing being so difficult to access, out of reach for most, and also a situation where employment is increasingly out of reach, is leading to a lot of frustration and even despondency in the next generation. Adding to that youth unemployment, I think, is an indicator of broader problems in the economy. That when companies are struggling, when companies are pessimistic about the future, their first step is not going to be to let go senior staff. Their first step is going to be to not give as many opportunities to those that are just entering the workforce. I think that's a reality. So the youth unemployment rate is a concern in its own right, and also for what it indicates about the health of the economy. Madam Speaker, we see also how the cost of living crisis is contributing to the unemployment situation. The latest report from Statistics Canada outlines how more people are working multiple jobs because they need the extra money in order to get by. More people are asking for additional hours from their employer, again, because they need the income in order to pay for basic expenses. The fact that people are struggling because of the cost of living crisis, that is contributing to more and more pressure on the labor market. So we have these interconnected compounding problems, and this really is the outworking of a number of different policy failures. For 10 years, we've had a Liberal government that has not been able to support the moving forward of major infrastructure projects that our economy needs. They've put in place Bill C-48, Bill C-69, a production cap, an industrial carbon tax. These policies are blocking development that would help young people get to work. And we've seen increasing barriers and red tape and other barriers put in front of small businesses that makes it harder for them to do business in Canada and to create jobs for young people. We've seen immigration failures, and that's why Conservatives have proposed essential reforms so that young people can get back to work. We see policy failures contributing to the cost of living crisis, as well as poor alignment in terms of training policy. So many different policy failures have led to this situation. So we need to see a plan from the government, a plan that involves reversing some of these failures. Madam Speaker, where's the plan?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Madam Speaker, the member of Sherwood Park, Fort Saskatchewan, knows that for the country to succeed, it is crucial that young people secure a solid footing in the job market. I appreciate his ongoing interest in youth employment. We need young people to keep Canada's economy strong and vibrant, and the Canada Summer Jobs Program, or CSJ, is one way we're preparing them for this generational opportunity. CSJ has a proven track record of providing many young Canadians with their first job. I'll bet it is how more than a few of us in this place got our first summer jobs. Since 2019, more than 533,000 young people got summer jobs because of the program. Each one of those jobs allowed a young person to gain valuable work experience, learn new skills, and explore career interests, all while earning money to help pay for education and living expenses. So at a time when many young people are feeling anxious about their future job prospects, the Government of Canada announced that up to 6,000 more Canada Summer Jobs opportunities were available for youth this summer, on top of the 70,000 jobs already announced for the summer of 2025. There is no one-size-fits-all solution to fixing Canada's labour shortages, but Canada Summer Jobs is continuing to set young people up for a lifetime of success in the job market and to help thousands of small businesses which have staffing needs. Our current labour shortages poses a collective challenge for federal and provincial governments, unions, and businesses. To keep Canada on course as the G7 leader, we must collaborate to ensure our workers have access to training, retraining, and upskilling. Let me tell you about a few programs that do just that. This year alone, the Government of Canada aims to support over 138,000 opportunities for youth and students under the Youth Employment and Skills Strategy Program, Canada Summer Jobs, the Canada Service Corps, and the Student Work Placement Program. It's an unusual labour market. 600,000 skilled trade workers will retire by 2031, and 400,000 new jobs will be created by the end of this decade. And to build a pipeline of workers in the skilled trades for today and tomorrow, we also invest nearly $1 billion annually in skilled trades apprenticeship supports through loans, tax credits, employment insurance benefits during in-school training. The Skills for Success program has provided training opportunities to over 10,300 young adults aged 18 to 34. This will enhance their foundational and transferable skills, such as literacy, digital, and social-emotional skills, to help them become more resilient and successful to get and keep good jobs in today's economy. We're also making sure individuals facing additional barriers have access to the supports needed to access education and training. Each of these programs helps us show the world that Canada has a very deep pool of talent. Madam Speaker, I thank the member opposite for his question. The Government of Canada will be there with opportunities for Canadians of all ages to grow the workforce of tomorrow. We will keep on working hard to strengthen Canada's economy. Thank you.
Sherwood Park, Fort Saskatchewan.
Well, thank you, Madam Speaker. The Parliamentary Secretary presented government subsidy through the Canada Summer Jobs program as the solution to this youth unemployment crisis. But let's talk about some numbers. So Canada has over 2 million post-secondary students. The jobs numbers from Statistics Canada showed that about 1 in 5 returning students were unemployed this summer. 1 in 5 out of over 2 million students. So we're talking about probably more than 400,000 students. Now, the government's response is to say that they propose to subsidize 6,000 new positions. Many of those positions are actually for 8 weeks. So we're talking about a problem for returning students alone, over 400,000, and their response is public subsidy for 6,000 positions. I think these numbers underline the fact that you cannot subsidize your way out of a bad economy. The government needs to fix the underlying problems.
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Madam Speaker, I want to assure the member from Sherwood Park, Fort Saskatchewan, that we have an array of great programs supporting our boundless ambition to create a skilled workforce for the future. Youth are the drivers of future economic growth. By supporting a further 6,000 additional summer jobs for youth, we're equipping them with the skills and experience needed to thrive. From April 21st to July 21st, 2025, young job seekers between the ages of 15 and 30 could find summer job opportunities in their communities on the Job Bank website and mobile app. This important investment in the Canada Summer Jobs means the more youth will benefit. When youth have the skills and experience they need to join the workforce, our communities and economy benefit. And it's more than just an 8-week program. It allows them to have hands-on experience for today, tomorrow, and the future.